Hey, welcome back. So in this video we want to show you how to, change the chip out. So if you clone this, if you don't have like the NASA pin code to program these key blades for those Corollas and Camrys, Toyotas. So let's go ahead and open this up. And it is pretty complicated to change these chips out. So pop that off. Let's change the battery out, get that out. We don't really need these. Let's just stick them to the side. And we're gonna look, how do we open this? Underneath here, there's gonna be a Phillips screwdriver or Phillips screw. We wanna take this decal off very gently. Use a thin, small flathead, gently pry up. As you can see, it's like a metallic decal. And stick that over there. Now we're going to take our Phillips and open up like so. Press down and stick that over there. You just don't want the spring out. So now when you look at this, even if you do the drop test, it's put together really nice. It's very difficult to open up further if you don't know where to look. So there's going to be a pry point here and a pry point here to kind of loosen it up and get it. So I'm just going to stick here and open, and then here, and it's almost there. Okay, this falls out. You put that in last. So now I'm gonna hold the key blade so it doesn't bounce up, but it's still in there pretty sturdy. There we go. And as you see, it wants a spring around from that spring. Cool, don't lose that. So let's look at the parts we have. We're gonna have your spring, has an end like that, and an end like that. Your button and your blade, let's stick those over to the side. We don't need that. We really don't need anything for this, for the shell right now. We can take out that board, stick it to the side. We just need to focus on here. As you can see, here's your immobilizer chip, and it is super glued. They always super glue them. These are the factory ones. Don't know about the cheap Amazon ones. They're probably not. Wouldn't really trust them, but these are glued in like there's no business, and you can't like dig them out or anything. You literally have to break this wall. Let me zoom in. So for these, I'm going to show you. You break this wall off, you dig this out, and you basically wedge, and you got to use some motivation, a hammer. Cool, so use rubber mat so it doesn't scratch or anything. And let's get started. So I'm going to use a small, thin flathead, and the goal is to separate between the chip and this outer wall here. I don't want to damage anything on the outside that's visible. So I'm going to press like so. And I'm going to tap. Let me reposition. Just tap. Cool. You don't need to hit hard, just have some follow through. Cool. So now when you look at it, we will see that it is kind of pulled away and broken, and that's fine. Nice and easy to break that off. And now we have exposed chip wall, but it's still, they put so much super glue in there. So now, same process. Now I'm going to press between this wall here and the chip to expose that. And tap. 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 as you can see, it is now a little cockeyed. It's almost broken free. Let me tap a little more. Nope. Okay, cool. And there's that chip. Ooh. Cool, so now we have it exposed. There's no damage to the outside, which is nice. And now I can grab an Xhorse chip and pop it in there. Let me pause. So now I want to prep this with an Xhorse chip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in my inventory, and I'm going to have this. I'm going to label it as Xhorse chip because I just saved myself like 10 minutes of my time breaking out this old chip that I can't program, but I have to clone it. So I'm going to use a little bit of this Loctite putty. It's just adhesive. Actually, that's too much. I'm just going to put a little here and then flip it around. Press it in place. Cool. And it's all in there nice and snug. So now let me go ahead and assemble this back together. So we're going to make sure circuit board goes good. I'm going to do my best to put this back so I don't forget about it, but it's going to fall off, but that's how it goes in there. And then I'm going to take this and these are last, but I need these parts, the blade, the spring, and the button. So let's go ahead and let's look. So you're going to have, see how there's that peg, it sticks out and it twists like so. So it's locked in place. This section, the little flat area, coincides with the flat area in there. So I'm just gonna blindly put it in there and twist until I feel it get caught. Cool. I'm gonna take this button and I'm going to put it in. Let's rotate it. We essentially want it to go all the way in and forward. Nope, not like that. And I'm just trying each slot, so just rotating. Nope. Nope. Cool. So I looked at that and I found a sweet spot. The tell is it sticks out further for that plastic body. I don't have it memorized, the orientation, just problem solving, looking how it goes together. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to wrap like so, and one potato and two potato times to spin around. So you want it to be, so I wrapped it, but see how it's wanting to spring down? That's not going to be effective. So you're going to do is you put it in there, line it up and twist it so it's springy. So when I close it and I press that button, it wants to spring up and outward. If you wind it the other way, it's going to want to spring and close inward, and that's not what you want. So now I'm going to take this, I'm just going to press and hold, put that there, gently pinch. I still have the scap here. I'm going to take this, this is a keychain section. Cool. Flush, flush, cool. And let's just check the blade before we close it. Cool. Now everything looks good, it's all lined up. I'm gonna go ahead and Put that screw back in. It's tight. Buttons have a good click to them. They're not like jammed or anything. I pop this back in. Pop the battery cover on. Cool. Cool, so I'm able to see that the buttons work. They send signal. That means they're not like jammed from improper closing. It's springy. Great. Put the screw in there. All I have to do is put the cat or the little decorative Toyota logo on there, and it's done. And other than that, that's how you're going to put those new Xhorse chips in there to save you some time, and you're able to program those Corollas and Camrys. Other than that, have a great day, and thanks for watching.